The heartbreaking journey of Dean Martin and his wife, an untold story. The man whose voice melted America. Dean Martin, born Dino Paul Crocetti in Mointeen-Mabaid in Steubenville, Ohio, was the son of Italian immigrants. He became world-renowned for his warm baritone voice, his effortlessly cool demeanor, and charming Lothario image. Martin was not only a legendary singer with timeless hits like That's Amore and Everybody Loves Somebody, but also an actor, TV host, and a central figure in the iconic Rat Pack, alongside Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. At the height of fame, he was dubbed the King of Cool, a style icon of the 20th century. But behind the laughter, the stage lights, and the champagne was a personal story soaked in sorrow and quiet suffering. A fateful love with Jean, the woman behind the spotlight. Dean Martin met Jean Beager, a stunning model from Florida, on New Year's Eve in 1948. It was destiny. They quickly fell in love and married in 1949. Jean became Dean's second wife, his lifelong companion, and the devoted stepmother to his 4 children from a previous marriage. Together, they had 3 more children: Dean Paul Jr., Richie, and Gina. They lived in a lavish Beverly Hills mansion, hosted glamorous parties, and traveled the world. On the outside, they were the ideal Hollywood family: beautiful, wealthy, admired. But behind that glitz were silent struggles only those inside the home truly knew. A love that unraveled quietly. Their seemingly strong marriage began to crumble in the late 1960s. Dean became increasingly absorbed in his work, social circles, and endless parties. Jean, the ever-supportive wife, started to feel invisible in her own home. In 1973, they divorced after nearly 25 years of marriage. Yet what was remarkable was the quiet dignity of their separation. No scandals, no bitterness. They remained in touch, shared parenting responsibilities, and maintained a special bond that lasted till the end. Silent heartbreak, the loss of a son and the fading light. If the divorce was a silent wound, then the death of their son. Dean Paul Martin Jr. in 1987 was a blade through the heart. Known as Dino, he was a talented pilot, singer, actor, and athlete. He died when his F-4 Phantom II jet crashed into California's San Bernardino Mountains during a military training flight. Dean Martin, the man who once made millions laugh, was devastated. He lost all desire for the stage, the music, the parties. He never really recovered from it, close friends recalled. Jean, too, was shattered. As a mother, she spent her remaining years in mourning and remembrance. Dean passed away in 1995 from lung disease on Christmas Day. The grief continued. Jean and Richie passed within weeks. In 2016, another cruel blow struck. Their second son, Richie Martin, died at age 62. Only weeks later, Jean, the matriarch who preserved the family legacy, also passed away from cancer in the very Beverly Hills home that once brimmed with music and joy. A life more cinematic than film. Event 1948, Dean meets Jean on New Year's Eve. 1949, they marry and build a large family. 1973, they divorce but remain close friends. 1987, Dean Paul dies in a plane crash. 1995, Dean Martin dies on Christmas Day. 2016, Richie and Jean pass away weeks apart. Final thoughts. Behind the glamour, there were tears. Dean and Jean's story wasn't a fairy tale. It was a tale of love, broken hearts, and resilience. They weren't a perfect couple, but they were proof that love doesn't always need legal bonds, that affection can survive even after separation. Dean once sang, "You're nobody till somebody loves you." Perhaps it was Jen, the quiet woman behind the spotlight, who was truly that somebody in his life.